everyone, welcome to the daily discussion section. Today we will discuss the issue of adultery. So what is adultery? According to the provisions of the law on marriage and family, monogamy is legal. Husband and wife have the obligation to be faithful to each other. However, currently, there are some wives or husbands who, although married, have secret relationships with other people, even living together as husband and wife with another person. This is considered adultery. Adultery is a term used to refer to a married person having sexual relations with someone other than their legal wife or husband. Thus, adultery can be understood as an act of violating trust and fidelity in a binding relationship, usually marriage, when a person has a romantic relationship with someone other than their spouse. Those are the things in theory. As for my personal opinion, I think that cheating is something that your other half first loves themselves the most. Second, they no longer love you. Third, they are inherently bad, that's all. The problem is that people love themselves the most. That means that in a relationship, people only think about themselves and never think about you. It's like you are an option but not the final choice. I've heard many stories. For example, when they are poor, you are the right choice. When they become rich, have status, have a career, they choose someone who is more suitable for their own desires, which means that for them, you are just a temporary stop. In short, they love themselves the most. And the second problem is that they no longer love you. Although at first the feelings of both are very passionate, very happy, very sweet. But at some point it gradually cools down. And your other half does not want to warm up the feelings with you but wants to start with someone new simply because they like novelty, like curiosity, excitement, greed, and get bored quickly. Just because they are always the type of having new things to forget the old, standing on this mountain looking at that mountain. You are always just a backup plan in their life. They will leave at any time. Because they have deceived you for a long time. Because simply they do not cherish you. Finally, about the problem, they are bad, the type of cheating but not divorcing. And still flirting, cheating with one or more other people, catching fish with many hands. And if you find out, they apologize and then they are still like this time and time again. And will never break up with you because they know they can never find someone as good as you. And with this type of toxic person, sometimes they even manipulate you psychologically. Always openly show you to others, praise you, and also love you. They just still cheat. So the question here is, you only live once. Are you willing to be stuck in this toxic relationship? Or leave to get freedom and start a new life? If you continue to stay in this toxic relationship, you will have to endure pain, deception. Sometimes they implicitly think that you allow cheating, so they openly show it with an obvious, provocative attitude. Things related to marriage and family they start to do perfunctorily. And also ask you to keep their badness a secret. Outside of the world, your marriage is still happy. In fact, even if you sacrifice yourself to deceive the whole world in the hope that your parents will not be heartbroken, or that your children have a peaceful home. But you cannot deceive yourself. Creating a fake shell of happiness, will it last long and will there be no variables? The needle in the bag will eventually come out. And when your parents find out, they will be even more heartbroken. When your children grow up, I am sure that when they find out, they will not only be heartbroken, but also want you to live for yourself. So I hope you are strong. When you are prepared and ready, give yourself a chance to start over. Your parents and children will be ready to support and give you strength. The above are just a few of my personal opinions. If you also fall into one of the above situations, then you should do the following. First, if you want to laugh, laugh. If you want to cry, cry. If you feel helpless, be helpless. Give yourself some space to satisfy your mood. Then be strong because there are things in your life, it happens because it has to. and let you learn lessons and experiences for yourself. Although no one wants to fall into this situation, love yourself, find a way to withdraw from this toxic relationship safely and get as much money as possible. Be calm and sober. Finally, love and cherish yourself, because no one can love you more than yourself. Even though happiness seems out of reach, because you deserve it, even if it is late, it will come. Believe in love. You just haven't met the right person yet.